Thank you for watching. If this message brought you peace, please consider supporting the channel via the QR code or the link in the description. May God bless you.
I come to you with love that has no limit. I come to you with hands that do not tire, and with eyes that have watched you from the moment your life began. I know every fear you carry. I know every place where your body hurts, every place where your spirit is tired, every place where you have hidden pain. I know the nights you cried out and felt no answer. I know the mornings you woke heavy and wondered if healing would ever come. I am near. I am with you now. Do not think that your suffering is hidden from me. Nothing is hidden. I take into my heart the weight you carry. I will not pass by your need. I do not measure your pain by the standards of the world. I see what medicine cannot see. I hear what doctors cannot hear. I feel what the touch of a hand cannot reach. I will meet you where you are. Receive this peace I place upon you. Let it spread like warm light through your body. Breathe it in. Inhale slowly. As you breathe, imagine my presence filling every dry place. Imagine warmth moving into the places that ache. Imagine strength flowing into the parts that are weak. Do not rush. Let the breath bring my peace. Keep breathing. Keep trusting. I do not promise a life without struggle, but I promise to walk with you through every struggle. I will be your healer. I will be your comforter. I will be the steady hand that holds yours when your grip loosens. When your body feels like a battlefield, remember that you are not alone on that field. I am fighting with you. I will guide the physicians and nurses. I will guide the medicines and treatments, and I will also work in ways that surprise you. My ways are not always your ways, but my heart toward you is always good. Open your hands and your heart to receive. Let go of anything that holds you back from accepting help. Pride, fear, anger, doubt, lay them down. You do not need to deserve my healing. You are not required to be perfect. You only need to be willing to receive. Say to me what is in your heart. Speak plainly. Tell me about the pain, the worry, the moments you thought you could not go on. Speak to me as you would to the one who loves you without condition. I am listening. Hear me when I say your faith matters, but so does your honesty. Faith is not a show for others. It is the simple act of trusting me when you cannot see the road ahead. It is placing your hand in mine even if the path is dark. If your faith feels small, bring it. If your faith feels broken, bring that too. I will make room for every piece of you. Sometimes healing comes slowly. Sometimes it comes in an instant. Both are my workmanship. If the road is long, I will walk with you each day. If the answer is sudden, I will meet you in that moment and fill you with wonder and joy. Do not choose anger if the timing is different from what you hoped. Remember that I can bring good from what seems like delay. I can shape strength and endurance in you as much as I can restore health. Do not squander the lessons I give you along the way. They are not punishment. They are part of a larger work of love. Do not be afraid to ask for help from others. I made you for community. Let my people come around you. Accept the touch of hands that carry my care. Let them bring practical help, a kind word, a meal, a ride, a shared silence. When others stand with you, you are not taking from me. You are allowing me to use their love as an instrument of healing. If you are alone, I am intensely near. If you have companions, I rejoice in their presence. Be humble enough to let love be expressed through human hands. Release blame and forgive where you must. Forgiveness is not forgetting. It is setting your heart free. Harboring anger can keep you bound and hinder the work I want to do in you. If you need help to forgive, ask me. I will give you the strength to let go. I will help you see that holding on to pain never heals the wound. It only deepens it. Freedom begins with small choices. Choose to release. Choose to step into light. I know your failures and your doubts. I know the things you wish you had done differently. I do not hold those mistakes over you as a hammer. I hold them in my hands and I breathe mercy over them. Come to me with the truth of your life. Confess the things that weigh on your soul. Confession is not a list of punishments. It is an opening for grace. When you tell the truth, you make a place where healing can begin to take root. Trust the small things I give you each day. A day of restful sleep, a moment without pain, a smile from someone you love. These are not accidents. They are my gifts. Notice them. Count them. When hope feels far away, remember the small mercies. They are footholds on the path back to full wholeness. Do not be afraid to dream again. When illness or hurt comes, dreams can feel stolen. I want to restore the dreams you thought were gone. They may come back changed, shaped by what you have learned. They may come back stronger and wiser. Keep a place in your heart for new hope. Write down the dreams I place there. Speak them out loud. Tell someone who will believe with you. My spirit will nurture them. Guard your thoughts. The mind can be a garden where either life or weeds grow. Feed thoughts that build you up. Reject thoughts that tear you down. When fear knocks, answer with truth. When doubt sits heavy, call out a name I have called you, beloved child, precious. Say it to yourself until it begins to feel true. I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of love and power and a calm mind. Claim that. Remember to rest. Rest is part of healing. Your body and soul need rest. Do not feel guilty for taking time to heal. Even the trees rest in season. Allow your life to have seasons of quiet. Use those seasons to listen to me. Sit in my presence. Let silence speak louder than busyness. In stillness, I will whisper what you need to hear. Take care of your body as a temple of the life I have given you. Eat with wisdom. Sleep with intention. Move when you are able. Follow the guidance of those who are trained to help you. My gifts include the knowledge of healers and the tools they use. I can bless their skill. I can multiply the effects of treatment. Use what is available to you with gratitude and discernment. Do not lose sight of joy. Joy is not the same as happiness. Joy is a deep-rooted knowing that you are loved and held, whatever your circumstances. Find reasons to laugh. Find moments that lift your face to the sun. Surround yourself with beauty. Listen to music that lifts you. Read words that warm you. Create small rituals that bring light into your day. Joy strengthens the heart. Let it be a companion to hope. If you are weary from waiting, I see you. Waiting is heavy work. It demands bravery. When you feel worn thin, come to me as a child comes to a parent for rest. Lay your head on my shoulder. Tell me the small things that make the weight feel worse. Tell me the names of the people you worry about. Tell me the list of tasks that you cannot finish. I will take each one. You do not have to carry everything alone. Be honest with your doubts. Doubt is not the enemy of faith. Sometimes it is the doorway. Ask your questions. Demand truth. Seek with courage. I can handle your hardest questions. Faith that has room for questions is a faith that grows and deepens. Bring your confusion. I will not be frightened by it. I will answer in ways you can bear. If you are tempted to think your life has lost meaning because of illness, listen to me. Your worth is not measured by your ability to work, to be productive, or to perform. Your worth is measured by the simple fact that I made you. You are valuable because you are mine. This truth does not change when your body is weak. It often shines brightest in weakness. Let your life speak of dignity and purpose, even in stillness. Be patient with the healing others cannot see. Some healings are visible. Bones knit, scars fade, problems resolve. Other healings happen quietly in the heart. A new patience grows. A new humility takes root. An old fear loses its power. These are real healings too. They change the way you live and love. Celebrate them. They are jewels hidden in your journey. If you fear being a burden, hear me. You are not a burden to me, nor are you a burden to those whom I have asked to love you. People are honored when they can give. Allow your loved ones the blessing of ministering to you. Let their acts of service be a way for them to express my love. When you accept help, You create space for others to be like me, generous and kind. If your heart is heavy with the loss of someone you love, I hold that loss with you. Grief is a proof of love. It is the echo of a deep bond. Do not rush your mourning. Tears are prayers of the soul. Let them come. Let them cleanse. In time I will bring comfort that is gentle and true. Memories will become sweet rather than sharp. I will give you a peace that holds both the ache and the gratitude. Speak life to your body. Your words have power when paired with trust. Tell your body you will fight with patience and that you will not give up hope. Tell your loved ones that you are committed to the journey. Speak kindness to yourself. Replace harsh self-talk with soft encouragement. I have spoken words of life over you since your first breath. Let my words match yours. Do not be ashamed of needing to rest in me. Prayer is not a public performance. It is an honest conversation. When you pray, do not make it long to impress others. Speak simply. Speak clearly. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Tell me what you fear. Then listen. Often the answer I give is quiet. Learn to recognize my soft voice in the spaces you create. I will guide you with gestures, with changed circumstances, with doors that open and doors that close. My child, listen as I tell you of those I touched in days of old. Hear their names and their stories not as distant tales, but as proof of my care. I speak of them so you will know I have always been near to the hurting. I did not wait then, and I do not wait now. I visited men and women who walked with fear and pain. I turned toward them, and I offered healing. Remember them, learn from them, and take courage. I remember the woman who had suffered for many years with a flow of blood. She had spent all she had on doctors but grew worse, not better. She was afraid to reach out. She thought she must stay hidden because of shame and ritual separation. Yet she came. She came quietly through the crowd, believing only that if she could touch the edge of my garment, she would be made whole. She did not demand a sign. She simply reached in faith. I felt her touch, and I answered. I told her, "Daughter, your faith has healed you. Go in peace." Her life was not erased of difficulty, but a night of secret pain became a day of restored dignity. I met her in the midst of weakness and turned it into strength. I remember the lepers who called out from the margins, living as if they were already dead to society. One of them obeyed when told to show himself to the priests, an action that required faith and courage. As he walked, he found that his skin that had been raw and marked was whole again. Another I touched with a gentle word through my servant. I did not only remove disease, I restored belonging. I brought them back into the places that love and work and laughter live. In their healing, a whole community learned again how to receive what they had once rejected. I remember too those whose pleas I did not answer in the way they asked. Some cried out and did not receive the sweeping change they imagined. Their bodies continued to ache. Yet I was with them. I taught them endurance and compassion. I gave meaning in a landscape that felt small. In every season I was close. Even when the answer looked like denial, my presence was a balm. I know this is hard to accept, but the heart that keeps seeking me discovers deeper treasures than the quick fix. Trust that my no can hold a hidden yes for what matters most. I remember how I used circumstances to reveal what was inside people's hearts. Illness and healing often showed whether someone resisted love or welcomed it. In the face of pain, true character appears like fire testing gold. Some grew bitter and closed themselves off. Others grew tender and turned to love. I do not waste the refining that comes through suffering. I will work through it to shape compassion, courage, and deeper faith. I remember that I called people back to relationship as much as I restored bodies. My greatest desire in any healing is that you would know me more truly. I want your heart to lean into the knowledge that you are not alone. When you are healed, I rejoice. When you are not, I still rejoice in your willingness to walk beside me. The miracle I most long for is the miracle of knowing me and living in the freedom that comes from it. I remember that I honored humility. Those who came to me with open hands and broken pride often found the doorway to healing. The proud who expected to demand their way sometimes missed the blessing. The heart that bows becomes a place where mercy can dwell. Humility is not defeat, it is the readiness to receive. I remember that I honored both faith and action. The ones who were healed were not only hopeful, they often stepped into obedience. They followed words, they sought help, they reached out. Faith without movement can be still, but faith that is practiced walks into the place where miracles meet effort. I worked with those who moved toward help and with those who waited in prayer. Both ways met my mercy because I am not bound to one method. I remember, too, the power of forgiveness in the stories of healing. Where grudges lived, hearts hardened and healing slowed. Where forgiveness bloomed, bodies and souls found new breath. I taught that to let go is to open hands for me to fill. Forgive and be forgiven. Let that simple turning free you so you can receive what I have prepared. I remember that hope was contagious. One healed life sparked many. When someone stood up from sickness and began to live fully, others remembered that I am able. Let the memory of those healings fan into your hope. Keep stories of mercy where you can see them, like lamps on a dark night. They steady the heart and call you forward. I remember the cost that sometimes came to those who carried my healing into the world. Persecution, hardship, and loss followed some who dared to be agents of mercy. Still, they persevered because they had seen my hand. I honor their sacrifice. Their lives show that healing often requires brave witnesses who will stand in the gap for others. I remember that I made room for mystery. Not every healing is explainable with the language of cause and effect. Some moments are simple acts of grace that cannot be boxed. You may not understand the how, but you can know the who. I am the source of the miracle. Trust me even when the reasons are beyond sight. I remember that the first and deepest healing I offer is the healing of relationship between you and me and among one another. When I restore connection, everything else begins to align. Health follows when the heart finds its rightful place in love. Do not neglect relationship amid your search for cure. Let the ties of love be mended and strengthened. I remember the songs that rose from healed hearts. When I restored a life, people sang. Their voices lifted like incense. Music became a way of thanking and telling others what I had done. Let music be part of your healing too. Sing the small truths aloud. Let melody carry your gratitude. I remember that I do not play favorites by nation or rank. I touched kings and servants, women and men, the learned and the lowly. My mercy flows to any who turn to me. Do not think you are too ordinary for wonder. Miracles meet ordinary souls who dare to believe. I remember that I worked through the hands of those who served. A touch, a cup of water, a consoling word, simple acts often held my power. If you are able to serve, know that you can be my instrument. Even now, a small act of kindness can become the channel of my healing for another. I remember the ultimate healing I came to bring, to mend a broken world, and to make all things new. In the greatest act of love, I walked among you and gave myself so that death, sin, and sorrow might not have the last word. That is the promise that undergirds every other healing. Even when bodies fail, a hope remains that I will one day wipe every tear away and set the world right. My child, these stories are not merely tales from another time. They are the map of my heart toward you. I healed then and I heal now. I used servants and prophets, hands and words, rivers and simple obediences to draw people back into life. Let their courage steady you. Let their faith widen your own. When you think of them, remember that you are included in their company. Their stories are threads woven into a great tapestry of my care. Come to me like those who came before, broken, hopeful, honest. Bring your need and your questions. Bring your small faith and your loud cries. Bring your hands ready to help and your heart ready to receive. I will meet you. I will touch you. I will restore in ways that suit the wide beauty of your life. Now go with the memory of their healing in your bones. Let it be fuel for your hope. Let it steady your steps when fear rises. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. My hands that reached out across the dusty roads of ancient towns are the same hands that hold you now. Rest in that truth. Walk in that promise. You are loved, you are seen, and you are held.